Depression. Stage of the soul that struggles in suffering. Solitude that separates, that encrusts itself in the heart, and that does not know the environment that surrounds it. Sadness that comes like waves of the sea and settles in the heart, and like a sharp knife bleeds it, leading it to the stage of suffering. Suffering, a stage of total vulnerability of the being, which places him at the mercy of negativities and beings that work in the non-light, little brothers who identify with him and who enter into his vibrations, taking possession of his mind and passing him to command. The being who enters the depressive state, a state that displaces him from divine protection, loses control of his spirit, the divine spark which the Father has placed to guide him. Thus, his wheel to lead him enters the darkness and begins to live and magnetize in them, within the negativities of the different worlds with which he is attuned. The being who experiences a depressive state, he loses the divine command that guides him. He loses faith and the will to live. For him there is no tomorrow, no hope, no happiness, no state of joy. For him, the other does not exist, because he lives immersed in himself, in the ego that he creates, and in the solitude that plunges, which is the very well that sucks him. The depressive being needs everyone, everyone's love. Everyone has the duty to extend their hands to him, to speak words of hope, of joy. He needs to get rid of the weevils that populate his mind. He needs, above all, the help of the doctors of the earth, which the Father will put on his paths at the right time, and for which the beings around him must be attentive to guide him. When waves of sadness visit you, when you are in their permanence, when suffering that is not a divine desire settles in you, it is time to ask the Father for help, when you still do not see yourself blinded to see anything. It is time to change yourselves, to seek new paths in the light of the gospel. It's time for a profound change. It's time to break atavistic paradigms, to break the old man for the resurgence of the new man. And to you who are around, when a being at this stage looks for you, it is time of extreme responsibility, because the being in total vulnerability can come to look for you at the moment of imminent suicide, trapped in such negative energies which block your mind and can lead you to a fatal outcome. You have the tools to help, and all of us here, from the teams that work here for treatments and cures, will be there to support these works, for the evolution of beings and for the evolution of the worlds. Cosmic teams present here are taking care of requests, whether written or mental, within the great divine programming for each one. Brothers from other civilizations, from other worlds, come to bring their knowledge here, to enrich us with their techniques and experiences. Thank you so much for another day of work, in humility, in solidarity, and in the great charity offered by the Father. Blessings and light to all.
Cosmic Consciousness. Book 4, The Integral Being, Annex. Chapter 12. Depression.